Hi everyone, welcome back to DIY Everything. Today I will be showing you how I am going to make my homemade pizza dough in my bread maker. And after that I will be showing you the ingredients of what I'll be making my pizza with. It's homemade pizza with homemade pizza dough. So this bread maker is a Hamilton Beach that I got from Walmart. The bread maker is a lifesaver for making homemade breads or dough. To start off with my ingredients for my pizza, you're going to need 3 cups of bread flour. The bread flour we use is Pillsbury bread flour. Make sure you get bread flour to make your bread with to use for the bread maker. Then you will use 1 packet of yeast. We use Fleischmann's but 1 packet of that, and then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of salt, and then you will need 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and the next thing you will have to be precise with this is the water. You will need 1 cup of water, and this is the kicker. You will need 2 tablespoons of water. 2 tablespoons of water. So 1 cup of water plus 2 tablespoons of water. And I'm just going to pour it in to combine it with the 1 cup of water. Then you're just going to make sure you have double checking your ingredients. You're going to have your 3 cups of bread flour, your 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 packet of yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and your 1 cup combined with the 2 tablespoons of water. So 1 cup of water plus 2 tablespoons of water. The ingredients have to be just right, or your dough will not come out correctly. So what we do first is we take our wet ingredients and put it in the bread maker first. But first you want to make sure you have your settings on your bread maker. You're going to make sure you have your bread maker set to 8, which on top of the bread maker, the top of it, it have the settings for whatever you're making. So number 8 is for dough. So you would press it the button up until you get to 8. And then you will start pouring your wet ingredients in first, which is going to be your water and your oil. So we're going to pour the 1 cup of water plus 2 tablespoons of water in first. And then you're going to pour your 2 tablespoons of olive oil next. And then you will put in your dry ingredients, which is your flour, yeast, sugar, and salt. But you want to make sure you put the flour, the bread flour in next. And you just evenly distribute the flour in the little basket in the bread maker. Let me get a spatula so I won't make a mess. So you just evenly distribute your flour within your bread maker evenly to cover your wet ingredients completely. Make sure you just get all the flour out completely. And just evenly spread the bread flour over your liquid. And then let me open my yeast, and what you're going to do is make a little mound in the middle of your flour. It's almost like a little funnel within the middle of your flour. We call it a little mound. Open my yeast here, and then you pour your yeast within that little mound. And that's because when it starts mixing, you want your yeast to be distributed through your flour evenly, because it spins from the middle out. So it will get that yeast all mixed up in there with your bread flour to help it rise better. And then next, what's left is your salt and sugar. You will take your salt, it doesn't matter which one you put in next, but you just take your salt and spread it around the edges of your flour. And then you take your sugar and spread that evenly around your flour as well. And that's it. It's just an easy, simple recipe. And to make your pizza dough. So you want to double check your settings. And for pizza dough, you'll see on the front part, the little digital window, you'll see an hour and 30 minutes. So it takes your dough an hour and 30 minutes to mix, and you want to make sure it's on 8 for dough, and it's also there on the lid. You want to make sure it's closed tightly, and you just hit start. And once it's finished, it will beep. So just sit back and relax until it get through mixing. And you can see it's mixing up. So hang tight. I will come back and show you my next steps on making my pizza crust once it's finished. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned. And I'll be back to show you the rest.